Okay, so I really want to talk about Olivia, and I know on my stream a couple days ago, people really thought we were going to talk about her because I had done a bunch of tweets, and people thought that I was going to kind of explain them more and kind of where I'm at right now. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I look at the crew on H3 in such similar but different ways, right? Like, I look at Dan as someone who is holding it together, and without Dan, the entire show would crumble. I look at AB as someone who is, you know, a doormat that Ethan can walk all over, and AB will be, you know, like lapping Ethan up. Oh my God, also, did you guys see a couple days ago when we were on live and AB was live at the same time? People were in AB's chat, obviously because he was live, being like, are you going to address your boss, pedo troll? And AB said, you guys are so nice. If only you guys knew I'm really from the streets. Now, I want to try and find the clip. He was like, you guys are so great that I'm not here sitting by myself to unleash that I'm really from the streets. Oh, he's so embarrassing. Hold on, I'm trying to find the clip so bad. Does anyone have the clip? I'm really from the streets. I think I can find it pretty easy. It was so embarrassing when I saw the clip. Millennial cringe. He's so tough, isn't he? And that was his way of, like, defending himself from people coming in and asking him about, like, why does he let his boss walk all over him, which was his way of basically being like, you guys, oh, find it on the leftovers. Here we go. You want to see AB's response to all the backlash, by the way?
There's a time when the signal shines, you feel in your heart, and when you don't answer that mantle. What definition of man are you?
That's a good question.
I don't think you guys, like, you like, will make fun of me, but I don't think you guys understand that I'm really from the fucking street.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up, AB. Wrap it up. Sorry, one more time.
Like, will make fun of me, but I don't think you guys understand that I'm really from the fucking street. Like, the version of me you're getting...
Someone said, even she's weird and I...
now, even, because I don't just represent myself, is very tame. And sometimes it's almost tempting to just fucking be on my own just so I could fucking punk you guys out the way in which I would love to. I'll have Tim sitting next to me like Darth Vader.
Chopped. No, I did see that they had uploaded this, and they were like, the streets? But also, wait.
I had the honor to meet with the...
Here we go, this. So AB says that we don't know that he's from the streets, right? And then this clip was posted, I'm from the streets. Okay.
We had the honor to meet with the Director of Political Action, Mr. Abdullah Ayad. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
It's indeed a very great event tonight. And could you explain to the audience what kind of political action or position
he's from the
you do
streets,
at the
y'all.
organization?
As Director of Political Action, I get not only the ASU, but other youth of the community involved in politics. We get them involved in elections and other things to help prepare them to...
He's from the streets, y'all. So anyways, my point with that being that I just look at AB as, like, so embarrassing. Oh my God. Sorry, I played really loud. I look at AB as someone incredibly, incredibly embarrassing. And I just can't take him seriously. And I think that he's going to be the member that, like, when this all comes crashing down, which will be the ending of this because, I mean, it already is, will be the one that people will kind of make fun of the most and cling on to the most. Like, he will be with these people until their last breath because he is such, like, to him, it just seems that he idolizes them beyond words. Like, I'm sure he would drop his relationship for Ethan in a heartbeat. I'm sure he would drop his relationship for Ela in a heartbeat. So AB for me is just so long gone. AB stands for all bark. Bro is not a street guy, literally. And then I look at Olivia and love, what's the other one called? The really creepy one. What's the creepy one called? What's the other one called? Zach, yes. Oh my God. Zach, Love, and then I don't know if there's any other ones. We'll just put them off for a side. Love is someone that I actually kind of feel bad for, because as someone who got a work visa and was sponsored by a company, that company being X1, a company that were treating me so terribly, and I wasn't able to speak out against them while they were still sponsoring me, I can only imagine that Love is being sponsored by Ethan and H3 to still live in America. And I understood what positions that put me in whenever I was on a visa under X1 sponsoring me in a company, and them having full control over my right of existing within the country, that I can only imagine the position Love's in. And honestly, that's why I don't talk about Love. I feel bad for Love. Whether he wants that or not, who knows? I'm not trying to infantilize Love. I'm not trying to be overly sympathetic. But I'm saying out of all of the crew members, Love is the one that, like, you'll never hear me come for, because Love is ultimately in America on a work visa, which I can only assume is from H3, the company, which genuinely means that for the duration of Love's time in America, to the visa office, it's H3 that are sponsoring. So why would Love ever turn against that? And I don't know, there's a power dynamic there, the same way that whenever I was in America, I couldn't speak out against X1 because they were sponsoring me. Yes, I agree. It's a tough position. I agree that I just kind of will leave Love out of the conversation for the most part. So anyways, and then we get to Olivia. Olivia is always a really interesting one for me. And I kind of did a bunch of tweets the last night because I was really angry because I was getting so many fucking comments, DMs, and tweets from people that were coming at me for my association with Olivia. And it stemmed from a place of pure fucking, like, frustration and anger that, like, people are insinuating that because I've literally spent the last, how long have H3 been crashing out for now? 1 year, 2 years? I've spent that time defending Olivia publicly. I have spent that time putting myself out on the line for Olivia. We literally had an entire thing on this channel where we were like, free Olivia, free Olivia. We literally have always said, people will come into my chat and they will be like, Adam, I don't know how you can call dun, but not say about Olivia. And I will always find a way to defend Olivia in it. Like, even if me and Olivia hadn't have had a friendship, I still would have been more sympathetic towards her because of the position that she's in, and I feel that she's outnumbered on the team. I always defended Olivia, right? And hi, I'm gonna need you to get out a second here. Hold on, wait, give me a moment here. Hi, come on in. Anyways, so with Olivia, I've given so much grace. I don't understand you defending Olivia. See, this is what I'm talking about, okay? Like, I gave so much grace to Olivia and have and still get so much backlash for it. And I hit a breaking point when this pedo troll stuff came out, and I'm getting so much backlash for Ethan's post because people are like, how dare you stand by Olivia in this? And I'm like, and so I did all those posts a couple days ago, and the reason I didn't talk about Olivia on the stream that we did the following day was because I was like, you know what? I've done my posts. People know where I stand now. That's it, and I'll leave it there, okay? But now I'm seeing that the entire H3 mob are still today harassing me for my connection to Olivia, even after I did those posts. So I want to go through, read everything out, and kind of clear all this up. So here's my tweets that I did, first and foremost, right? Before we get to the posts that I've been getting from H3 people. So also, I want to clarify that H3 people do not know that I am making fun of them when I tweet. They literally were posting my tweets on the H3 Productions Reddit, which is the biggest snark page of all time. They were posting being like, dude is on a coke binge. Dude is crashing out, which is ironic because of Ethan. And they were like, dude is crashing out so much, he's almost sounding like Trump. Guys, I'm actually making fun of you. My tweets are making fun of you. I'm tweeting like Trump about Ethan and making fun of you all. So anyways, here's my tweets that I did this night. I tweeted, it actually is crazy how creepy Ethan Klein is. He's genuinely a creepy man, and don't get me started on his evil, corrupt wife. What a terrible pairing. Two terrible people. My Trump tweet. I go on. I always feel bad for the kids of creepy YouTubers who, when they grow up, will realize what their parents' digital footprint is. Very sad. True. And then here's my Trump impression tweet, making fun of these people, by the way. Ethan Klein, one of the creepiest men of all time. Many are saying this. Like, and they're just dumb that they can't even get it. Many are saying this. And his wife, hide for cover. Hide for cover in case she gets bored and wants to raid you. Two very scary and evil people. Truly disgusting people. Very sad. Very sad. And then I go on to tweet and fuck the crew. Then I go, literally had to unfollow all the crew because at this stage, you're all just fucking cucks and losers. True. And so here's my tweets about Olivia, okay? Very sad to see Olivia waste her talents on this sinking ship, by the way. True. However, she's made her bed and her decision is with Ethan. Unfortunately, that's one she'll regret. I tweet, when Olivia tries to pander to the girlies again, I'm sure we will all remember how much she stood by Ethan. As someone who once defended her beyond, it's unfortunate to see who she is now. Here we go. And then I tweeted because I was getting so much backlash since the pedo troll stuff came out, which is ironic. I'm not even on the H3 team and I'm getting backlash as if I am a crew member, literally just because I've defended Olivia and we've been friends in the past. So obviously I have to clear it up. I'm not going to get backlash for these people. You're the ones who are in this company. You're the ones who are doing that. I'm not. I'm going to make my distinction very clear. So I tweeted, just want to be clear that me and Olivia are not friends. I'm sure she'd say the same to me right now. We haven't spoken in a long time. I wished her happy birthday recently, and that was it. Her ability to play the girly card while in this work environment that promotes harassment and misinformation and her boss being a fucking creep has lost all of my respect. The same way I assume at this stage that she'd say I'm not her friend, like how she used me and my story for clout and attention on her show. We don't talk anymore, and please don't connect us in any way. That point that I'm making is about Ethan using the Colleen topic for clout and attention, and then using those same terminologies he threw to Colleen to me whenever he didn't like me, trying to accuse me of being a creep and stuff like that, which was so out of nowhere, and he ended up having to retract all of that because it was literally defamatory and just harassment and bullying. But anyways, the reason for that as well is H3, cared so little about the Colleen topic. We're just doing it for profit that they were willing to do a sit-down interview about the Colleen topic with Johnny rather than me because I wasn't able to fit into their schedule on the day they wanted to put a sponsorship on the post about it. So the more I kind of think back on all of my times and my connections with the crew, the more it pisses me off because I'm like, oh, you guys also exploited me and I fucking hate you. So anyways, that is what I tweeted, and honestly, I stand behind every single post that I put up. Now, like I said, I was not going to talk about Olivia again. I kind of just decided, you know what? She's in the company. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's going on behind the scenes. Same way with Love, which I'm talking about, that I'm trying not to overstep a boundary. However, it was really important for me because I was getting so much backlash for defending Olivia or just not speaking out against her, that I had to make a statement. But even now that I have done that, the H3 people are still filling my DMs, tweeting me, commenting on the Reddit, still making up scenarios about me and Olivia, which is now why, yet again, I'm having to talk about Olivia. I promised myself I wasn't going to talk about her again. However, when the H3 community are still able to run with their narratives about me and Olivia, it's only fair that I get to respond. And I truly, truly believe that. So here's what I saw posted today on the Leftovers sub. Olivia H3 Princess makes Adam jealous. I truly believe whoever this is, Makiter, maybe this isn't about me, it's about this person. I truly believe Adam is jealous of Olivia to the point that it has made him borderline insane. Anyone watching for a while knows Adam used to be a H3 dick writer, so they cannot get their narrative straight. They say that I'm a H3 hater, and then they say I'm a H3 dick writer, which goes to show that they literally have to come up with a scenario to fit whatever they're going to project onto me. If you ask me, here's the line. If you ask me, Adam wanted a spot on the pod. Listen, I am not AB. I am not clinging on to be a part of that sinking ship. I'm literally posting that the crew need to jump ship. That's not for me trying to make way for myself. If you ask me, Adam wants a spot on the pod. Yes, please. I want to be a part of, I want my boss to be pedo troll. I want my boss to be writing about swinging his dick in front of children. I want my boss to be secretly posting a pedophilic comedy for years. I want my boss to be singling out and harassing women. I want my boss to be using power money dynamics to try ruin women who speak out against him. I want my boss to be a cuck who's so fucking obsessed with another man while in a marriage. Oh yeah, I want to be a part of a sinking ship where this man would rather spend time on Instagram stories than looking after his own fucking children. I don't want my boss to be number one pedo troll who has a fascination with shit. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. AB, you're choosing to be there. Love, you're choosing to be there. Olivia, you're choosing to be there. Dan, you're choosing to be there. Like, I'm saying, like, that's all y'all business. That's not me. That's not part of my journey. That may be part of your journey, but that is not part of my journey. No. And again, the H3 forums have many posts like this. And by the way, this is one of the only ones that I can read out here because the rest of them are harassment. And at this stage, I'm not allowing them to continue to harass me and me not say anything. And literally, I'm doubling down on the point. I was not going to say anything further about Olivia. However, now I am. Adam showing AB who's really from the streets. They think you want to be on Just Trish too. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm happy with my own platform. I'm good with my own platform. I love what I've built up over here. I'm so happy doing what I'm doing. I don't want to deal with all your shit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm good with where I'm at. I'm really good with where I'm at, actually. But let's continue. Oh, God. Olivia's goss talk spot, to be exact, leading him to befriend Olivia. However, when his plan did not work and he realized he will never work for H3, he started this crazy hate train. So they're implying that I wanted to be the Olivia of the pod. Let me tell you something. I don't even think Olivia should be the Olivia of that pod. I'm gonna be honest. And I would hope she regrets being a part of that. I'm gonna be honest. Jesus Christ. She can have that seat. I don't want it. And also, what's so funny is insinuating that I befriended Olivia because I wanted her job. Guys, I'm going to be honest, and I really shouldn't be saying this, but I guess I'm saying it. For a majority of me and Olivia's friendship, we've actively had to hide it. There. That doesn't seem like using each other or profiting off of each other. We've actually had to be incredibly quiet about our friendship and hide it. So when we would hang out, not posting about it, not letting people know that we're friends. So let's stop that narrative, by the way, that I was using her or she was using me. Because if anything, us being friends was a detriment to each other. Me being friends with her got me backlash, and her being friends with me, I can only assume what is happening, you know, about Ethan fucking calling me every fucking slur under the earth and then harassing me live on air, and she's sitting in that chair. You think I want to be sitting in that chair? I'm good. I'm good. So, moving on. I mean, really think about it. Olivia's job and steady salary is Adam's ideal position. Now, I don't know how delusional you people are, but I don't think that there's anything that I think is ideal about Olivia's workplace environment. I'm gonna be honest. And I don't think it's appropriate to talk about money here, but I'm good. And by the way, I would rather be back at 16 years old in college and working a part-time job where I am making minimum wage than have to be a part of the H3 universe in terms of being associated with them, because I think it is a stain that will forever affect these people's careers. So I'm good. I promise you I'm good. Not to mention his support of Trisha, despite Trisha doing all the same things that Adam calls Ethan out for. Number one, Trisha in 2025 is not doing the things that Ethan Klein is doing in 2025. Number one, let's summarize that. People love to say that I dick ride Ethan and that I hate Trisha. The narrative was Adam loves Ethan, hates Trisha. And now it's Adam loves Trisha, hates Ethan. Let me tell you one thing. I don't care about any of these people. These people do not mean more to me than what I cover online. And I'm sure that you can all say the same thing. Once we close these computers, we're not that focused on any of them, right? We're here to talk about the online space. This really doesn't affect our day-to-day lives. Let's get that number one clear. But let's actually speak about this for a second. Trisha Paytas is not, in 2025, harassing people like Ethan Klein is. Trisha in 2025 is not suing and using money as a power play to harass women into silence, okay? And furthermore, Ethan just got exposed for being pedo troll. Pedo troll. That's Ethan, pedo troll. Ethan's pedo troll, right? And what we'll get to later is the H3 people are like, Trisha also has tweets where she's talking about underage people and she's being creepy. And you know what the difference is? Ethan Klein, when exposed for being pedo troll this week, basically said he has nothing to be ashamed of. Has Trisha Paytas ever said that? Has Trisha Paytas ever doubled down on the things that she was exposed for when it comes to talking about underage people? Let me ask you that. And we'll dive into that more when we talk about the Ethan thing, because I want to go back to Olivia here. Hi, Abby. Oh my God, Adam Crave's here. Love you, girl. I miss you. I miss you a lot. I wish we were in Orlando right now. I wish we were sitting in that god-awful dressing room talking shit again. So, just want to clarify that is actually not accurate. Ethan and Trisha are not the same. Ethan Klein in 2025 makes Trisha Paytas look like Pope Francis. Ethan makes Trisha look like such a good person nowadays. Like, Trisha Paytas could be the nastiest, evil person behind the scenes, but publicly, still, Ethan makes her look like a fucking angel because of how evil he is. So they are not the same people. I promise you they are not the same people. And this is not me dick riding Trisha in any way. But come on now. They are not the same people. At all. And they argue that Trisha Paytas is as bad of a person, if not worse than Ethan, because that's always their deflection, right? While preaching that Ethan has changed, but referencing things that Trisha did that she's already apologized for and that Trisha doesn't do anymore. So how can you want us to forgive and forget Ethan when you're referencing Trisha, who has moved on and apologized for the things? That doesn't make sense. Trisha and Ethan have done similar things. Yeah? Trisha now is not doing those things and is doing a completely different thing. Ethan is doing the same things! Oh my god! And you're right. Trisha's apologized, whatever. And this is not me trying to up Trisha here, because who gives a fuck? But Ethan is doubling down on the things. Ethan's doubling down on pedo troll. What a crazy sentence. Ethan is pedo troll. Preach it. Ethan is pedo troll. Ethan is pedo troll. He still identifies with that. Ethan is pedo troll. Ethan is pedo troll. He's doubling down on it. And that is why Ethan and Trisha are different people. That is why Ethan and Trisha are different people. So actually, the comparison doesn't make any sense. First and foremost. But anyways, back to Olivia, because I want to talk about that in a second. Take another sip. In theory, drinking a ice Americano with an extra shot at 9 p.m. is maybe good for you with the energy levels, but not great for me when I end this. Oh my god, my mod just texted me. We haven't been allowing the word pedo in chat. Sorry if your messages, by the way, chat, are getting, like, deleted. Forgot that that is a word that social medias don't like. Anyways, okay, so let's continue with this. Not to mention his support of Trisha, despite Trisha doing a lot of the same things that Adam calls Ethan out for. We've just addressed that. None of it makes sense to anyone but him, because he's a spineless, green-eyed monster. I have blue eyes, bitch! Green-eyed monster, a rat. Anyways, H3 keeps winning. If that's winning, I want to lose. Wake it up. If that's winning, I will be the happiest loser in the world. Let me be the biggest loser in the world if that is winning. If that's winning, I hope to God I come in last place. I hope to God I come in last place. I know green-eyed means greedy, money hungry. Winning what? Literally! But guys, don't forget, H3 are winning. They keep winning. And they're only hiring the best crew. Suddenly I'm okay with being a loser. Don't be mad at them if you can't find a job. Number one, bitch, I'm employed right now. Like, I'm literally employed. I have my own company. I literally have my own company. It's crazy. Like, this is so stupid. I don't have to prove anything to these people, right? But I just want to let you know, I run my own company. I'm the director of my own company. And I have employed, well, Neve is now an employee of mine. I pay my mom full-time. And I pay one other person part-time. I promise y'all, I'm good. And you don't see my employees crying on fucking stream, having breakdowns on streams. Y'all remember that Love Island Olivia clip? You don't see that from my thing. You might see Neve drunk on video, but that's her own accord. That's her own accord. Don't be mad at them if you can't get a job. Bet he's gunning for Oscar's spot now. You people are delulu. You people are delulu and live, my mom said, best company ever. Thank you. She's on the payroll. That's why she's saying that. That's why my mom's saying it's the best company ever. She doesn't want to lose her payroll position. I promise y'all I'm good. I promise y'all I'm good. You know who's not good? Probably the crew. It's crazy. Like, these people act like people who talk about Ethan need him or anything. I promise you that's not the truth for any of us. Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I can only assume, based on how they all look so drained, that they're all miserable. It looks it. Ethan looks miserable. Ela looks miserable. AB looks crazy. Love looks miserable. Olivia looks miserable. Dan looks stressed as fuck. The people that talk about them really aren't. And again, for clarification, to the H3 people that are saying that I only talk about Ethan for a job and that I so desperately want to be a part of, I want Ethan to hire me, I promise you I'm good. I have my own company. I hire my own employees. I've bought my parents their house. I'm good. I'm booked. I'm busy. And I am not in a workplace that looks incredibly, incredibly draining and one that will affect me in years moving forward. I'm good. But anyways, with Olivia, kind of closing this off, right? Not Jake Doolittle. What happened to Jake Doolittle? Bought the house. That's the thing I'm proud of the most. Buying my mom and dad their house, that's the thing I'm proud of the most. Anyways, and I didn't have to harass and sue women into fucking debt to make money to do that. Ethan, on the other hand, I don't know. Love you too, Mom. Anyways, in closing with Olivia, again, I wasn't going to speak about her, but for as long as the H3 people by association give me backlash for being friends or not being friends with her, I'm going to continue to talk about her. I have no, and people kept asking me, have you spoken to Olivia or whatever? I truly want nothing to do privately with any of these people anymore, and I'm sure Olivia doesn't want to speak to me either. I do not see a world in which I would want to hear from her or she would want to hear from me until she's out of that workplace environment. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for a lot of people because it's no one wants to be involved in that. And it's one of those things where we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But all I'm saying, for me personally, I have to remove myself, and still after removing myself, these H3 mob are harassing and just there's no end to it. There's no end to it. So moving forward, I know people in my chat have been incredibly frustrated that I have called Ethan out for the last year, and I've given a lot of grace to Olivia, and I know that I've gotten a lot of you pissed off for that. I apologize. I do apologize. I'm going to be honest. I knew a different Olivia, and I felt the need to remove her from the situation that I kind of was, I guess, mentally not putting her involved with. But that's not fair of me because she is involved and she is a member of the team and there's no denying that. So I apologize for the last year of kind of ignoring the fact that she was also involved. Yes, she is involved. And we don't talk anymore. And I hope that there's a world in which we could talk down the future. But quite like a lot of people I know, I don't think anyone wants to talk to any of these people while they are still on that company because nothing's private and nothing's secret and everything can be used against me. The same way her boss makes her sit down live on air and whenever we were friends, hear her boss, Pedo Troll, harass and degrade and give accusations against her friends while she, I guess, just sits there and takes it. So moving forward, I promise not to do what I did in the past when it comes to Olivia, because I also owe it to the audience to be holding the same level. And like, why am I coming for AB? And then, you know what I mean? So I will leave it there with Olivia for now. I know a lot of people had a lot of questions and thoughts about my tweets. And again, the reason for making this is because the H3 of it all will still not stop. And there we go. We'll leave it there.